Storyteller coming to the stage. Put your hands together for Miss Charlene Mae.
Thomas, you can have it. There you go. I forfeit. So you know what? There's no pressure now. I don't care. I've been drinking. I feel fat, so it's all sad for me. Okay. So this is my story, and I've never told it because it's funny when because I did stand up for like a couple years, and then I had such stage fright I quit, and then I became a flight attendant, and yeah. So I just quit everything, and I just like, okay, I'm gonna settle into real life, and I'm gonna have children, and give up my dreams, and so I've never told this story. So I was married for 15 years, and long time, and my husband, we got some money. We all of a sudden got money very quickly, and he started doing this behavior of like a midlife crisis, kind of losing weight and watching a lot of James Bond. But it wasn't like the new James Bond, it was the Sean Connery, like, slap the girls in the ass, like James Bond, like, how you doing there, money, and they're like, oh my God, James. And it would drive me insane, So, and he was watching that, and I would like, the only thing that I could do as a wife of 15 years to solve this was to make fun of him. So I would constantly be like, hi, pussy no more if you don't take out the trash. Not pussy galore, okay? Okay, he goes to Monte Carlo to gamble. It's not the Lucky Seven. You are not James Bond. So, but he would work out in front of the TV, and he started like losing, like he would go on a diet, and he would say, okay, and I would say, let's go to eat. He'd go, this is my non-eating day. And I'd say, why is this your non-eating day? And remind me, why are we dieting? To the point of like, he would swim for 4 hours, and then he'd work out. And then I'd be like, what are you like? What is this, an Ironman competition? Are you gonna be in the movie? Why are we working out this much? So like, I don't know why, but he would say, are you upset that I'm happy? And I'd be like, look, I don't care about like that you got a Jaguar because you think you're James Bond, or the fact that you like, you've lost weight. It's the happiness, it's the whistling that's pissing me off. And he'd go, oh, it's because I'm happy. I'm like, this happy doesn't feel right. This happy feels very wrong. So like I would, and then this is the same time that Sandra Bullock was cheated on, Tiger Woods is in the news. So my brain is like, I know he's cheating. So like, I'm just like, I know it. So I'd be like, finally I was like, are you cheating? And he was like, are you cheating? You're the flight attendant. And I'm like, am I cheating? I don't know, I don't think I'm cheating. So like, he'd make me feel like I was crazy. But I would do things like, so finally like, I'm like, okay, and then he was working out to the point where it was making me so angry we'd fight about it. Like he would sneak off in the middle of like 5 a.m. He would roll out of bed like a Navy SEAL. He would crawl out. He'd sneak up to my yoga room and he'd work out. He said he felt like Anne Frank. He said, I know what it feels like. Because all of a sudden, he'd hear, what are you doing? I'm doing yoga. I've got my eyes on you. And I would leave. And that would happen like all the time. So like, and then especially like he got a James Bond watch, like the Omega Seamaster, and it had like 007. He's like, you like this? I'm like, yeah, honey, if you were 11, but you're 40. So this went on for 9 months, and it was driving me insane. So finally, like he came home, like he would not come home sometimes at night. So he didn't come home one night, and I go, where have you been? He's like, I went to a pajama party at a bar. I go, really? Because you don't own pajamas. So finally, I was like, I've had enough. So I said, I'm gonna go to my lake house. I packed my bags. I said, I'm done. So I went to my lake house trailer and take a break. So I took a break, and he brought my computer, and this is what he said. He goes, this is May. It's May. He goes, we're gonna have to winterize this for you. I'm like, it's May. How long am I gonna be here? And then he left, and it was over. And he left, gone. And I was like, what? Like he kept saying, I need time alone. We need a break. I'm like, a break from what? I'm a flight attendant. I'm never home. I'm not sure what we need a break from. So I'm like, something's going on. So like I was like, so then I started stalking him, like sneaking in my house. Like I became, like I swear to God, I would deliver heart pizzas. Like, no, I love him. No, seriously, this is all of him. Put on his desk, and then I would take pictures and look through his desk, and then I found Viagra. I'm like, here's the first clue. So I found Viagra. Yeah. So, and it was 4 years old. Whatever. So I was like, oh my God. So I was telling my sister, and then I started breaking in his car, and I found hair samples. And I'm like, we need to go to the lab. My sister's like, what lab? I'm like, I don't know, but we've got to get this. This is no ordinary blonde hair. And then he would tell me, he's like, that's my employee's daughter. I'm like, this doesn't look like any 10-year-old's hair. So that's what I would do. I would totally like I started like, and then okay, this is how it ends. So this is how it ends, the story. So like I was totally happy. I hired a private investigator. He did shit. But I found all the evidence by AT&T and People Search, $1.99. I spent $1,200, but I did it for $1.99. I found out. I saw some numbers, and I called the girl, and I go, who are you? She goes, I'm Stephanie. And I go, oh my God. I knew who it was. It was like he had an old girlfriend, and I said, no, that's her. So like I was so happy, but I was happy about this because I'm like, who's the James Bond now, motherfucker? So like I wasn't sad, but I was actually happy that I was finding stuff. So finally, I go away for the 4th of July. I get totally wasted on the plane back because it's my flight attendant friends. So like it's like a 30-minute flight. I had like 8 vodkas. I am wasted. So I throw my car in a ditch. So I call the only person I know drunk. I call my ex-husband and I go, you gotta come get me. I'm totally wasted and I'm in a ditch. So he comes and gets me, and I wake up in the morning like standing over him. And I was like, hi. He was like, oh, dear Lord, hi. And I go, spill it. I know everything. I know about Stephanie. I know about the hair. And I was going to the Viagra. And then he was like, he goes, and then he started to go, you know about Mary? And I go, oh, yes, I know about fucking Mary. And he's like, and Allison? And I was like, ah. But each girl that he told me was like a punch in the face, because I could have handled an affair. I was thinking, I can handle this. But each girl, I was like, oh, no, I don't know. And then he told me that he had a girlfriend of 15 years. Like, he kept the girl, the same girl. And I was like, okay, I'm down. Okay, one too many girls, I'm down. So, right, so, like, I was like, and then I looked up their pictures, and they were all fat. And I was like, really, James Bond? James Bond, I remember him having fatties for girlfriends. But he told me, yeah, and when he told me, I said, listen, you know, and it was so funny because I knew nothing. And then I realized, like, I feel like God should have went down and said, you can't handle the truth. And by the way, next time I find a blonde hair, I'm going to put it in my hair. I'm going to go, oh, look, it's a highlight. I will not investigate. I will be like, yeah. Isn't it pretty? So one too many whores can take down a marriage. I could have handled one, but just like Tiger Woods and all that stuff, you just, one too many whores, you're down. And I got a divorce like in 3 months after that. So the good news of the story is I have a great career talking about this. And and that's my story. And thank you so much. My name is Charlene.
Charlene Mae. That was great. That was a great story. Thank you, Charlene. Yuri, could you come on up?